thrilled to be standing here. I'm not sure where I should be looking, so I'm going to look at you. I'm going to look at you. I want to thank you so much for your love, for your faith, for your trust, for your collaboration. I want to thank you for being community. I want to thank you for loving your ancestors. And maybe through the slave narrative of Willie Mae, you will cultivate a new and different relationship with your ancestors. I invite you to sit back and enjoy this film that is not a labor at all, not a labor of love. It's all about love, it's all about healing, it's all about community. This is the story of a young woman who always knew that she was free. She always knew it. And she was going to make an opportunity for it to happen. Not just her, she and her family. So this is a movie, this is a film about love, hope, family, tradition, and culture. Please, 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 I hope that you enjoy the slave narrative of Willie Mae. Ashe. Peace and love. My name is Ife Franklin, and I'm here to introduce to you my film, The Slave Narrative of Willie Mae. This story talks about a young black woman, Willie Mae Lennox, who is enslaved on a tobacco plantation in Virginia. This story talks about her journey from her enslavement to freedom. What I love about Willie Mae is that she always knew that she was free. This is a beautiful thing because we must always know and always understand that we are free. Please join me in watching this film, and I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you so much. Peace and love.
hands all over me. My grandmammy was a queen in Africa. They say she walk where she head high. Master and overseer don't like that. They try and break she don't break. She teach me, mammy, African words and songs. My mammy teach me. Eyes walk with my head high. Eyes don't break. 'Cause in my heart, I ain't no slave.
Willie Mae! Willie Mae! You heard me calling you, nigga. You heard me calling you, bitch. I know you did.
I know it ain't gone. I know it stayed like a ghost. I ain't gone.
When I say come, you come directly. Ain't no reason I have to come and find your ass when I say come.
Gotta stay in my heart.
You better stay in your body, nigga. There's crops to pick.
I gotta stay in my heart, where I ain't no slave.
I pick your body when I want. So when I say come, you better.
Master and overseer take girls and women folk to their bed. They take boys and men folk too. We don't talk about that.
Don't make me have to drag your ass. You knows I will.
We stays in the heart where we ain't no slaves. 'Cause slavery be a piece of shit. So when old man Lennox say, niggas be free over my dead body, I was heads out in the woods to get me conjure so I can help he be. Ow, mama, why you yank my hair so hard?
Everybody here not your friend, Willie Mae.
Ain't that the truth? But mama, we all do the work in the field.
We gon' see the elephant.
You hear me, girl?
Yes, ma'am. But we all gets beaten so away from the family.
Cold as a wagon tire.
You keep talking like this. See what happened to you. You're too proud, Willie Mae.
Mama, why the white man hate us so? And we can't hate him back?
We gon' see the elephant. We gon' see the elephant, and they gonna be cold. The wagon tire.
Your papa was a proud man. Big man. Skin the color of deep black dirt. And God, I just love that man. It's so much like him. I was afraid for you. Everybody keep trying to hold you back.
Hold me back from what? This ain't no life.
It's a life, and you in it.
Well, I be wanting to. I don't want again. Ain't I sitting still enough?
You keep them thoughts hide somewhere smarter, not all laid out for inspection. Your pride and your temper is kindling, just like your papa. Overseer Old Faye tried to whip him. Said he wasn't working hard enough that day. Willie Mae, Overseer Old Faye cracked that whip on Papa, and Papa take the hoe he using and brung it down on Overseer Old Faye head. Killed them dead, right there.
That's what I be wanting to do.
Hush, girl, hush. They sold your papa. You was just a seedling in my belly. He gone. I don't know where. But he show up in you.
Mama, Papa was free in his heart. He got his body to match it.
But he ain't here, is he? And you ain't never met him, did you? You got lucky this time. Next time, it might not be.
Mama, I was just through it messing, putting his hands all on me.
You went and kicked him in his privates, they say.
We finna see the elephant, and they gonna be cold as a wagon tie. Someday, soon.
I did, Mama. I sure did. 'Cause, Mama, Miss Ann and me the same age. And I asked her, do he do that to her? And she told me.
You put that question to Miss Ann?
Yes, son. And she told me no. So I made it up in my mind, he ain't finna do it to me neither.
Child, Miss Ann, the only reason you still be alive. God bless her soul.
Mama, it was blood every place.
You only got a split lip and a little bit of teeth going to show for it. It gonna be better for you in the field. Just stay clear of Overseer Jack.
Running be better, Mama. Don't you think?
Look up in the sky every once again, Willie Mae. And move when he say move. And give yourself a limp, cause I hear he don't touch no cripple niggas.
So I gotta fake a limp and not fall behind in pickings? How that work? How that work, Mama? I don't expect I'm be able to do all that.
Well, you better pray for them old souls to help you. And I'ma stay right here and pray for you, girl.
Mama, you wouldn't believe the things I seen in town. So many letters, so many folks, a whole lot of noise. Mama, there was even some Negroes dressed up fine as white folk.
I seen it. I've been there.
Mama, I also seen the woman standing on the block with her baby in her arms.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Screaming. Both of them.
Lord.
Screaming.
Well, Willie Mae, I think you've seen other things too. Good things. Things you'll need. Get the dough. You want to tell me about that?
What you talking about, Mama?
Nothing.
Sister Line! Come in.
Miss Ann. Hey, Auntie.
Brought some leftovers from Grand House, some biscuits, some paper, and some pencils.
Sister Line, you know we can't have pencils. You trying to get us killed?
She know we know, right?
Should do now.
What did you do?
Hush, girl. Close your mouth. Miss Ann told me and Auntie about your learning.
About the speller too?
Mm-hmm.
Why you tell them? You leaving, ain't you? That's why.
Yes, but
She going, but you finna go too. They said it'd be easier for you on the underground if you dress up like a young Negro.
Mama, I ain't ready.
Yeah, you is. You've been ready since you pulled your own out my womb. Stop playing like you don't know. It don't suit you.
So we wants to help you to freedom. Miss Ann says you know enough to write yourself a note or pass when you need to. That true.
But Mama,
I can't have you leave by their way. I can't take that. You knows enough of what you needs to know and not Willie Mae.
yes, ma'am.
All right.
It's good. Because me, this one, and your mama. We've been working a long time on this here map.
Map. Mama, why didn't you tell me?
I'm telling you now. You take this way off Lennox Place. Look around for the trollers. When you get to the woods, I want you to go this way. It's markers along the way and little bits of indigo you can only see if you're looking.
Okay.
There go your first safe house. You see it?
Yes, Mama.
Okay. The other, and the other.
Thank you, Mama.
Everybody come here. Everybody. What you all the time call her Willie man?
Yes, our daughter's mine. Come join us. Yes, ma'am.
Stand in this circle. Take it. Mojuba Olodumare. Mojuba Shango. Please come by here and labor, cause we at the crossroads now. Gun and Oya, please show up. Mojuboy. Mojuboy. We thank you in advance.
That don't work for you. And them trollers coming with them dogs. I want you to take this powder in your mouth with him, man. Take it all, you hear me? Yes, Mama. You'll be dead before they find you. Because I just don't want you coming back here no slave. Mama.
up, I get on my knees and pray. That our lives will finally matter and it can be a brand new day. Oh Lord, 'cause I'm tired of being out here in these streets with this heavy load. And then they whisper to me, rise up, stand tall, chin up, head strong, stay in your heart, stay in your soul, tell our story, keep moving on. Stolen from our home, put in chains and enslaved. Blackness a crime, it's the American way. Oh Lord, 400 years of fighting to be free. I feel like breaking down, and then they whisper to me, rise up, stand tall, chin up, head strong, stay in your heart, stay in your soul, tell our story, keep moving on. And freedom comes at night, journey to the light, as we move forward hand in hand. And if we fall, we hear their call, showing us the way to rise again.
2017, my friend Ife came to my husband and myself and said, writing a book, and I'd like to have the premiere and book signing at Black Market. And that book was The Slave Narrative of Willie May.
All right.
There were live performances and a ring shout that seasoned this place. Fast forward a few years, Chris and Kai, I have another vision to turn my book into a screenplay and to have a live performance. This is pre-COVID. We've been working on this project for over a year. Over a year. Not sure of much of anything other than the fact that it was anointed and it was meant to be. I told Ife that I'm going to be your doula. I just saw the baby. I saw the baby. And I've seen her through the birth. And all I can say is we're just so honored to support and to do what it takes in order to get it done. I kept telling you, I said Nelson Mandela said it's only impossible until it's finished. And, you know, we went on this journey together, highs, lows, weekly meetings, texts, voice messages, folks dropping in, dropping out, you know, and it's been quite a journey, and I'm so honored and like proud, and, you know, it was beautiful. The cast,
Bring your chairs up here. We're gonna start Q&A.
yes.
Can you just cast?
Cats,
Evelyn?
just cast, just
We're going to have a Q&A. So I'm inviting the cast, the filmmakers to please come here, put your chairs in between the speakers. And Sister Liza, we're going to run an informal Q&A because they want to know how you feel about things.
For everyone, come over here, Michael. Are they in the right? For everybody on YouTube, I'm in 3 places at once, so I will monitor this. If you have questions from home that you'd like to ask the artists or Ife. Dio, dime por favor si hay preguntas.
I feel like, Matt, how wide is the, they're good. In between the speakers.
Okay, good. Should we move forward, some of us? Or we good? Okay.
Just stand up when you speak.
Oh, okay, when you speak, I'm the other then. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna.
So you are witnessing the incredible collective that just gave us this live story that jumped from paper to film. Thank you all, sincerely. I would love for you, or for this to begin with you introducing yourself. We saw your character on film, but if you can repeat who you played.
And what your role was in this production. Okay, want to start?
Yes. Hello, my name is Paulina Willis, and I had the honor of playing Willie May.
I'm Evelyn Moore, and I am or was the consultant to the director.
My name is Ife Franklin, and I wrote,
Abria Smith, I was a stage manager.
First off, I want to say I appreciate just being here and just being around with this energy. My name is Tajay Slaughter, and I'm the director of photography.
My name is Tammy Denise, and I had the privilege and the honor to play Virginia.
My name is Diane C.B. Walters, and I play Walt Anson.
Thank you all so much. So this is organic, nothing's been prepared. So based on the film, if you have any questions from your experience that you just had, feel free to ask those questions. One thing that I want to show appreciation for and base the question on is the conjuring scene, or the blessings that Willie Mae was given before she was sent on her way. That was incredibly beautiful and moving, and I don't want to use the word believable. It's in our bloodline, it's what we do, it's who we are.
Can I stop for 1 second? Sister, could you please come up here? Sister Melissa? She was our choreographer. Elizabeth Anderson. I'm like, okay, so Elizabeth Addison is the musical director, all the music, okay? And Melissa Alexis is the choreographer, so you're asking about the scene with all this choreography, and she would be one of the people to answer that as well as
that movement was beautiful. The movement was beautiful, and I'm not going to use the word believable. I know it's based on historical fiction, but it was so heartfelt. Those hugs look so real. So my question is, did you break that barrier as actors? Were you in the moment as though it were a real life moment?
Yes.
I myself definitely had to get in the moment. I definitely had to put myself in the mind of Willie Mae. She's about to make this dangerous journey, a journey that she's wanted to make for so long, that she's kept hidden from her family unknowingly, that they are helping her with it. So I basically had to myself think about, I'm this young woman, put that emotion in there. You know, put that love, that theater, that strength, put that all in there. So that's definitely what I had to do to prepare for that.
Beautiful.
As her mom, I had to really kind of hold it in a little bit, because I was telling my daughter that I wanted her to choose death rather than coming back to a life of enslavement. So I told them that I was bringing my inner Cicely Tyson, and I really had to make sure the camera was rolling, because I didn't think I could bring it again. And when I did it, I really visualized that I was telling my daughter it's death or never. So it was hard, and it was emotionally draining. It took a lot out of me, but it was something that was necessary to me to bring it to fore.
Thank you. I just want to add to that, like, I always said that Virginia is having the talk with Willie Mae. Okay, so the talk began in slavery. Like, you could be killed for this. You could be killed for being black. You could be killed for wanting your freedom. And for her mother to choose that is like, I can't imagine. And this was the regular. This was life. And they knocked that out of her. They just gave everything. This is the thing, okay, I think I'm going down this other path, but the thing about everyone involved in this piece gave 110. You could see it. You could feel it being there. And we had 2 rehearsals face to face prior to this. Everything else was done on Zoom. Every rehearsal, all the choreography, everything. So I will stop now so you can ask more questions, because I would like to know what people think about the choreography.
Aunt Sarah, do
Okay, go for
Do
it.
you have a moment or a memory from that moment? You that brought her down to earth?
My memories from the filming was that it's really hard to get hold of Paulina. It brought back some things for me because I saw myself, my lips moving, and during that time I was speaking to Paulina, but it was also Aunt Sarah's
It was incredible.
about what she needed to know to go. And yes, totally, but that's what we do as actors. We're inside of that moment for a little while if we are lucky, and then we get to live those characters' lives if we're lucky. If we're very, very prayerful and humble, we get that. It makes it so wonderful.
Yeah. And I just want to share again and give witness to you all in the movement workshops that we did together, the power that rose and the way that you all interwove your own DNA with this, DNA and lineage of Willie Mae and of Ife. It happened, in those moments. And so when they got to the filming, I mean, as you just said, Diane, Paulina's power, I mean, she just...
It erupted.
Yes! And you all did that over time and built, wove yourself into it. So
I'll show you.
I'm sorry, I am in the moment. I'm in the moment. And as a lover of dance, I have to bring up the other scene that was you moving with the ancestor stick. You as well choreographed that. That was beautiful and powerful. Was that also done over Zoom and for the live tape? So we did it over Zoom, and then I sent a video.
Yeah.
And Paulina just took it. I mean, so nothing is just, I didn't choreograph it. I mean, Paulina embodied.
It was, okay, can I?
All of it.
This is one of my favorite moments because I had mentioned in one of the Zoom rehearsals, okay, you need to get a conjure stick. And I was not thinking that the next week, I said, okay, remember I said to you, she said, I have it. I was like, what? She was like, I already got it. And I was like, oh, I said, okay, she is in there. She is in there. I said, okay. And then the very first rehearsal that we had, she forgot her conjure stick. She texted me, she said, I forgot my conjure stick. So I brought, what she's wielding is my personal conjure stick. And the way she took that, and Sister Melissa, I remember this distinctly. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to hold it up. Sister Melissa had her twirl twice, and something inside of me, my ancestor said 3 times. And she went, and when I was watching her do it live, I was thinking slow motion. Slow motion. Because I started my career as a photographer, so I was thinking slow motion. And then I remember, I said, were you a majorette or something? Like, do you do that? Okay. Do you do that shit all the time? Also, I was like, and then the thing is, okay, so here you go. You got 900 takes to get that every time. And I was thinking, look at that child. That's, she's under 50 years old. She did it every time. And that scene where she's backing up and she falls on the ground, and she did that like 15 times in a row. And I was like, holy, thank you God. Okay. So I have a general question, if I may. I want to hear from everybody. What was your experience being on this film? What was it like for you? Were you healed by it? Did you feel it? Like I want to know. I want to know, Taj, what was it like for you to be there behind the camera and witness this? I mean, I can see what you witnessed, but I want to know what you're feeling. I haven't talked to you guys since we wrapped up. Put it in the hand. So, as a friend, as an artist, I'm not asking you to pump me up. I want to know what it was like for you to feel this story, to embody these characters. Like, could we just go one by one? Oh, Elizabeth got her hand up. Yes. Okay, so, thank you, Elizabeth.
You're welcome. So, I learned, let me not do that. I learned in this process there was a reason why they tried to strip us of our culture, of our spirituality, because it is so powerful. You know, I was feeling alive. My body was alive through Zoom. I was making noise through Zoom. I was like, woo! And then when we got to, and I've been talking to Ife a lot through this process, because this was something new for me, as I know in some capacity this was new for her. And so we were sort of just walking each other through. And, it's a beautiful thing to see the product, but the process, for me, the process, the growth and the learning, and getting to know these beautiful individuals, and like right now, I'm getting chills. And then I just must say, everybody brought their own individual selves, artistry to the process, and yet they also were bringing their ancestors with them into the process. I wanted to say no when Ife asked me.
I'm glad you did.
But I said yes because something beyond me wanted me to, and I'm so grateful that I did.
Hi again, my name is Slaughter. I really appreciate everybody's reactions to the film because this is, along with like Ife and you, this is my first time actually creating like a short film. I'm an up and coming short, I'm an up and coming filmmaker, and this project was just amazing because I came into a situation where I was surrounded by a bunch of beautiful, talented Black people, and just to come in and Ife to watch you lead with like community and bring everybody together every day in that circle, like you really set the tone. And I feel like that trickled down to everybody else. Thank you for allowing me to be part of this. And originally too, there was a situation where I almost didn't like do this as well, but I was like, I made the commitment, and this was something like I saw pushing myself forward, and there's also a beautiful story that I can, like, that I'm happy to even be a part of. So, yeah, my experience was great. I feel like I've grown a lot as a person, as an individual, as a filmmaker, and I just want to know what's going to happen next to it, man.
So for me, I'm very, I got a lot of pride from doing this film, pride from my ancestors. Like before this, I didn't talk to, my grandma's name is Virginia, just like Ife. So before this, I didn't talk to my grandma. Grandma, help me out. Grandma, no. Now, after this, I'm like, I gotta talk to my ancestors because they are the women. So it's really brought a lot of pride in me. And I was very when I read the script, I was like, yes, this is the type of movie I want to do. Willie Mae is strong. She's a fighter. You know, her family is behind her. This type of thing. She don't take no mess. Overseer Jack can't touch her. Master can't touch her. So that's the kind of movie I was like, okay, yes. I hope she chooses me. And I'm so, I'm here praying about it. Like, I want that part so bad, so bad. And I'm really just humbled by this experience. I'm just so elated, and I'm on cloud 9 the whole time from beginning to end. The first rehearsal to now, I'm like just so happy.
I guess it's time for Overseer Jack. I never got she was about to beat me up each time. The whole time, I've never even raised my voice at some of my sisters. And so this role, it gave me something. Now I can yell at the moon. I can yell at the moon if I had to. You have to have balance. It brought balance. And then you also see that I never thought of myself as a monster, but he was a person with nothing but hard choices.
Yes.
My brother did the best for himself. He was an individual. And he went about it as an individual, which is totally not the way you go about things when you're a human being. It's about the family. It's about your extended family. If you're truly about humanity, it's about others and you. So I say I learned a lot in that role. And those lines, short as it was, it took everything to get me to say them right because I was fighting against Jack. Because my person is like, oh, I want to kill Jack. He didn't say it. Don't even get it. You know, and so I was conflicted all the time when I did my part. So it's so hard to do my lines. And I loved every single person in it. They were such beautiful, magnificent women. And I just love them all. Thank you.
That was going to be one of my follow-up questions regarding the language you had to use. And, you know, that is one of my follow-up questions, not to interrupt what's going on right now regarding how you felt when the day was over and you returned to yourself, knowing that you walked in a way that's still not too far away in history, still close enough to it. The language and the emotion, and I felt awful.
It was very hard to do that. Stuff like that to people that is so beautiful. Every time, I would look at Carlena and I would lose character immediately because it was like I never talked to anybody like that. Like, that's not Michael Penn. And I'm acting. This was the first time I was freaking acting. And now I did a great job, and they did a wonderful job. They won. Everybody, even the littlest line sticks with me. I mean, we're going to see that. You know, it was magnificent.
Yes. I'd like to know how, so when you're making a thing, sometimes you're like working the piece, but then it's also working you. So like, I'd love to hear how y'all were transformed by this. And like, how much time you got? And also like maybe in some ways, large or small, it could be small, that like you didn't see it coming. Like, I know you read it and you were like, yes, I want to be in it. But like, how were you at the end? Like, what happened at the end when you moved through? Yes.
For me, I did see it coming because as a solo performer, I've been a solo theater person for almost 20 years. This was for me to get out of the box, and I wanted to audition because I had never in my entire career auditioned. So I never read the book, never read the script, and so I didn't really know what was going to transpire. And even when I auditioned, the lines that we read still didn't really tell me what it was all about. And as we rehearsed on Zoom, I still didn't really know what was going on. I just knew that I was working with a great group of people, and as a historian, I love the fact that I was a part of a production that was going to show our people in a positive light. Because normally when talking about enslavement, it is always from someone else's perspective, and it was always in a negative way, like we were docile, we had no ambition, so forth and so on. But that was not what this was about. It wasn't until we actually got in person and we started doing things that things started to fall into place for me. And I'm like, oh, wait, like, wait, this is not my belief system. And so I had to fight against that And, but then I realized it wasn't as much of a struggle as it was in the beginning, because I realized I'm playing a role. I am actually doing something historical that actually happened. And so my challenge came when we got to different parts that conflicted with my own spiritual beliefs. But in the end, it was not as bad because I was playing a role and it was something historical and it was real. So that was for me. And I still haven't read the script, but I did finally read the book after we did the filming. And so that was what it was for me.
Okay. Can I speak to that? This experience, I mean, even from the inception, when Julie and I were writing the grant, it's an experiment from day one. It was supposed to be an experimental performance piece done here inside of this space. The whole script, not 3 scenes. COVID hit, we pivot, we do things we need to do. This was such an incredible journey for me because I have never worked with so many people. I'm used to creating, CEO, boss, this is, you know, like I'm controlling every piece of it. So this for me, and this is how we wrote it. I said, you know, this is an experiment for me to collaborate in this way. And I was talking to someone else about how I get triggered, because to collaborate means you have to trust. It means you have to let go. And this is my baby. I've never birthed. Every project that I create, I'm birthing. So I understand motherhood in that way, and I don't want somebody to mess with my baby. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't. And I knew, you know, I mean, Matt and other people have said, you know, if you don't, these people are here and you've asked them to be here. Okay? I've asked them to be here. And they don't want to be like, wait a minute. I asked them to be there because they are here to help elevate the work, to bring it to another place. Listen to their ideas. You may not even incorporate them all, but listen to them. Because they're trusting you enough with their idea. And they believe that what they're doing is going to enhance what you're doing. And a lot of times it did, because in scene 3, that whole scene with the biscuits, there are 2 things in that scene that I did not write, and that I didn't write, and that Letta didn't write, but came as an organic process. Okay, first of all, we didn't have any real biscuits, so the stage person went out and got some biscuits. Okay, so then there was a table back there. It wasn't just, they created the scene with the biscuits, smelling them. Oh, this is great. Okay, they created that. That was not us. The other scene, the other thing, and I'm saying the other because I'm going there, when Virginia says, these are your safe houses, in the script it's written, it's not written, it's not written, she says, the other, and it's not written, it's not other, it's written something else. But it's written here, here, and here. And she was doing that, and then in rehearsal she just said, the other. Because no, let me tell you what happened. The spirit of the ancestors that were in the royal house came through her. And said the other. Because the way they spoke is beautiful. The way they spoke is eloquent. Don't let anybody tell you not to use ebonics. Don't let anybody tell you not to use the language that we use. It is our language. It is coded language. It is spiritual language. It is healing language. And that is what this is. This film, Ife Franklin's Indigo Project, is about love, is about healing. I wanted to write, and I was able to write through the grace of my ancestors. I was able to write a book that talked about love, culture, family. Okay, this is the thing. Willie Mae had a family. This is another reason why she could be so strong to do what she needed to do. Family is important. It was important for me to show the family together, the family being strong. And Letta Neely, okay, this blew my mind when I read the script. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Hold on, Sarah and Virginia are conductors on the Underground Railroad and Willie Mae didn't know? And this is Letta Neely. Yeah. I was like, okay, cool. We'll do that. wanted everybody to be black. Even the black characters who were playing white people, I wanted them to be black. And I also thought about, because of Evelyn Moore, I was able to think about afterwards, not in the beginning, I knew I wanted that. But what would be the conflict for a black person to play a white person? What would it feel like for you to have that power? When Candace put that dress on, wait a minute, and that lace front wig, she was young Miss Ann, and I said, okay, what? She put that dress on, she was Did y'all see her coming in? She said, Miss Ann, she was like, she said. Okay, what is that like at the end of the night? What is that like? Did you have a feeling of, what was that like to have that power in that moment? And then to take that dress off and be Candace, to be black. Okay? Because you ruled the land in those scenes. You were Ann Lennox. And that is what you projected. I was like, oh my God! He did such a great job. So this project is about love, healing, and community. Ancestors told me, this project is about community. You can't do it without community. You cannot. So this is another opening for me. This project has healed me in ways that I cannot imagine. And this is another reason why I continue to do the work, because it's not just healing the community, I am healed by this work. And this is my journey. This is my destiny to do this work, to work for the Egwu, to work for the ancestors, to talk about it, to share it, to express it, and to share it in ways, in a ring show. If that's going to change your life, if that's going to change your mind, if that's going to give you more information, do it. Because sometimes we become freer through song, we become freer through prose, we become freer through movement. So I'm really, really grateful that I get to do this, that I get to participate, that I get to learn from my friends who are dancers, who are choreographers. I didn't get here by myself. I stand on the shoulders of Alan Cripe. I stand on the shoulders of Teresa Young. I stand on the shoulders of Ed Strickland. I stand on the shoulders of John Biggins. I stand on the shoulders, okay, of Romar Bearden. I stand on the shoulders. We all do. So they made a way for us. So it is for us to continue this way and to pass it on to whomever that we can. And you know, being older, I never thought about this whole intergenerational aspect. This whole production is intergenerational. Yeah. When the filmmakers came up there, the oldest filmmaker was 27, I was like, ow! I was like, look at these jokers in here! And they killed it. They showed up one time, they did what they needed to do, and it was just amazing. So I will stop now, and maybe there's some more questions, or if not.
There's a question.
Oh, questions. Oh, okay, Pauline's mother got a question too, but okay. Yes. And if there are questions coming from the people, yes, please. I'm sorry.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am. You go for it. You're the mom.
Lena got into character so much that when she was at home, she would be talking country. I'd be like, okay, Lena.
Can I say this? First of all, I love that you said she was talking country, because my people are from Virginia and North Carolina, and we would go down the country every summer. And this language that I wrote in the book, this is the way my grandparents talked to us in the house. Me too. I grew up talking like, I mean, when I went to college, I realized, oh shit, I'm not pronouncing this right. You know, because this is the way we speak. We speak in dialect. Dialect is coded language. This is what saved us. This is how we communicated with each other. And this is how we we code switch all the time. Okay? Yes. Let us be together and a white person walk in the room. We'd be like, okay. We'd be like, girl, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, girl, you know that. Or you just like, we do it. It's just a natural part of us. And so I'm really happy to know that Qualina was speaking in dialect at home, and that you, Mom, were right there helping her coach. You were not saying don't do it. You were not saying, we don't talk like that. Thank you. Oh, where were we? Oh, questions from there. Yes, questions from there.
after this has been cut, but there's a lot of love and a lot of congratulations
Yay.
and tears and congratulations
Wow.
and amazing.
Okay.
Lots of hearts, lots of stars.
Can the consultant to the director speak right now though?
Yeah.
And then we'll take a question? Thank you.
I just wanted to, as the consultant to this project, Ife and I started working together last summer, I think it was, and I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to continue. But then the pandemic hit, and I continued. But from the beginning, I've said to Ife that the director sets the tone. And that is what she did each and every time. She set the tone, she set the bar high. And everyone came in feeling welcome.
Yes.
They felt cared for.
Yes.
They felt like she was going to make them look good. And she
Yeah.
did. Talked about collaboration, and that was something that she was not used to doing. She said that to me last August when we talked. And she opened her heart and opened her mind and opened her talents to all of us. And I said this to the cast and the crew before, that this absolutely was a diva-free production. Everyone came on willing and able and wanting to help everyone rise to the top. And Ife set the tone for that each and every time, so it's been a pleasure to work with her. Yes,
It was very important to Ife and it showed. So I think for everyone, it became very important to us just because we wanted to make her proud. It's her family. We wanted to do it the right way. So it was very important because she made it so. This is important to me. This is my family. This is my ancestral roots. So we knew we had to bring it.
And the way she went about doing it, it was not in a style of micromanaging. It was a style of, we are doing this together. This is my family. I want to honor them, but we're in this together. And that made it so much easier to be able to just bring it the way we needed to. Thank you.
As a viewer, I have to say that the hugs that were filmed felt so real. You could see the love. You could see the love in the hugs. So I really appreciated when those moments were there.
We got somebody there and then we got Kai.
Okay, so
Sorry,
really the
Kai.
question is, excellent production. When is it coming to Broadway?
Broadway.
Will you film more scenes and keep the project going?
Yes.
Will it come to Springfield, Kalina's hometown? I like the idea of white people being played by black people and that it's intergenerational. Would love to attend it live.
Wow, Ashe. Kai had a thank you, people at home. Thank you so much. Kai, you have a question?
The cast, the direction, just everything. I didn't doubt, but now I feel like I'm a doubter because I was like, this is spectacular. Like I'm thinking to myself the same as that person. This is really something that could grow. But what I appreciate, I felt Doors in the Dust, I felt Color Purple, I appreciated the biscuits. My family's from, that was so real. But my family's from North Carolina and Virginia too. That's why you're my play cousin. And
That's right, Kai, play me.
But you presented my story. About freedom.
It's our
We
story.
were on the Underground Railroad. My family was, so
This
you
is our
literally, thank you. That's exactly what I want.
Ours.
This is our story.
Yes, it is.
Like it's more than just kind of like I feel
Yes.
like I was invited.
Yes.
And I was like, oh snap, that's this is stuff.
That's my
these are
aunt.
things I can
That's
relate
my
to.
grandmother.
And I love the language.
Ashe.
Sister mine.
Okay, that is
lexicon. If we
Okay.
could get a lexicon from that specific to your work. I just think that that's another layer, and I'm just here for it. That's it. I'm here for it.
And there's a comment around Aunt Sarah. We love the respect shown to the old souls, like Aunt Sarah, who kept the old ways alive.
Yeah. Old Aunt Sarah is the conjurer. Old Aunt Sarah is the keeper of the African juju.
Yes.
Old Aunt Sarah. And this is the thing about this family. The strength is because they're there together. They are very special because they have each other. A lot of times you don't grow up with your parents. Not only did she have her mother, but she had her aunt. Okay? Old Aunt Sarah remembered the ways. What is the first thing, one of the first things Willie Mae says is, you know, my grandmammy was a queen. And this is, okay, this is the thing, like my great-grandmother, I've always been told was fierce. Okay, y'all saw that picture. Okay, she died when I was 2 years old. My sister is here, and I've always wondered if my sister remembers my great-grandmother, but that's a whole nother question and conversation. Just the fact that she's so strong. I did not say to Paulina, I want you to play this like real strong, like this is what she brought. And I was thinking, that's my great-grandmother right there. When she said, because in my heart, and the thing is, right, she puts in these things that look very today. And then that one scene when she said, that's what I be wanting. This is also Letanili, okay, and I have to give the shout out to Letanili who's not here. Letanili was the editor of my book at the suggestion of Renita Martin.
Yes.
It was a no-brainer. I think Renita suggested Letta should write the script. So Letta wrote the script, and what I love is that 90% of this script is my book. And what Letta put in is so dynamic, so dynamic. These things that she wrote. And I will say this, the script is dynamic because the consultant to the director could see the smallest thing. She sent that script like, Evelyn sent that script like 6 times. And I was like, can we just stop? It's really okay. It's okay the way it is right here. And every time it came back, it was better. And that's when I was like, my answer was like, chill. Okay? Like, follow Evelyn's lead. Follow. And this is the other thing, it's your stuff, so it's like, I follow them, like, I don't want them to take it. Okay, then you know, this is real. Like, this is real. Like, you know, like, where's the boundary? I would be calling Elizabeth Aston at 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning would be on the messenger. Oh my God, girl! I was crying, like, all this stuff. Like, I was so healed through this process. Y'all have healed me in such a way. So much. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. And I know we've been here for a long time, so maybe we should wrap up.
I just have one thing.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay.
Nobody leave the room.
Oh, no. Wait, nobody move, nobody get hurt. Mi hermana brasileira, she will come for you. Okay, so.
I have to select what to say with so many things that came, but I want to start like with the end, your comment. I feel the same thing. Like I was watching, like imagine how was my people in Brazil, how was the escape through the community. We had the same thing, you know,
yes.
Create the quilombolas, the community high. I was just imagining like this, you know, it was the same. You know, was the same. So when you said this, like, you said, yeah, I was thinking about this. I want to say, like, everybody, the work of every single one of you is absolutely fantastic. I not only could see you individually, I really felt your ancestors. It was beyond you as, you know, choreographer, a composer, director, you know, actor.
it was beyond the individual. And Diana, I saw you in that musical that you did with your Senegalese teacher, I forgot his name.
Oh, yes, Passy.
Yeah, that she does the act. She had say no much, but her expression. I'm totally in love with you. Your work, like what you You have technique. Yeah. You have technique as an act. You know, like, you don't say anything, but we can hear.
Yeah.
You know, it's everything's
Yes.
Fantastic. Some of you, maybe I met before, but I haven't seen you work. So, the mother, the way your interpretation is so natural. Oh, thank you. And really, really, you know, everybody did very honest, but I would say like, she doesn't make any effort. Like she stopped and she says something that's deep, but it was like that water, you know. So, and then everything is wonderful. The movement, the music. Then when on the words that say call for Ogun and Oya, I want to say like I felt Ogun on the music. Boom.
Yes.
Boom.
Ashe.
And brother, say your name again.
Tajir.
Tajir, the way you play with the technique of the camera is, oh yeah, is the windy. The to watch the scene, there is movement on the so my body was like this, you know. It is there. It is there.
Thank you, girl.
Thank you so much. I am so happy. So happy.
I love you.
For all that, the capacity of ancestors stay with us. You know, this is my third event of the day. I taught 10:30 in the morning on the park. It was fantastic. The sun. I went all the way to, I don't know, East Boston. I said, no, today, I'm not going to go to East Boston. No, you have like a community of African immigrants, black immigrants. We want to join the African American. Oh, this is what it is, because I have been complaining that we immigrants, each land we step in, it's not just to make our life individually. We have to learn the history of the people that stay doors and then, you know, no, we needed to know what's happened. Because there is no separation. So, and I could feel this, you know, really. And thank you.
I wanna, it's a general feeling. Somebody said the timing is perfect given the nation is now celebrating Juneteenth with us. Keep thinking people are forgetting about the Willie Mays in our families. Yes. So thank you. Thank you.
Oh, we have two more. Okay.
First of all, I'm so glad I got to come into this. And the talking, you feel the emotion. One of the two things I felt is two words: embracing and embodying. Because as I was watching the film, and I started watching some of you watching yourselves. And the thing I noticed that each person, and I think you all did it so amazingly well, you all embraced the character, but I think what I felt was that you embraced the character because you found within the character something that you embodied. And I thought it was so powerful. So I thought I don't know if you agree or you disagree, but I don't care. That's what I saw and I felt. And when I watch things, I'm always emotional when there's an emotional movie. when I saw this is beyond emotion. I saw people going inside themselves, and then when you came up to speak here, I saw it coming out of you as well. And so I think that's a blessing that you all gave us. I think everybody who's part of the production. I think I'm grateful that you gave me the opportunity to see the history, to see the ancestors, and to see that I know, even if you're not going to do it, I know you're all going to take something from this and you're going to pass it on. It's not going to stay there.
That's
that to me is the best thing the world could do, so everybody should see that. Michael and I were talking earlier, the next time you do something or add scenes, you need to do it outside so people can just walk by and they can see it and everybody can be captured into what's going on without, obviously, the spacing issues and stuff like that, but you need to find a place to do it outside so anybody walking by, no matter where they're coming from, they all of a sudden come into the film, and they also leave with the film inside them.
That's great.
Yeah, thank you all for choosing the Royal House and Slip Quarters to film. And I was going to ask you kind of what did it feel like to film on site? I remember when I came just to say hi, that was really important to me because I've never seen so many Black people.
Okay, Kara, are you the ED?
Yeah, I'm the executive
director. Okay,
director.
she is the executive director of the Royal House and Slave Quarters, who very generously, who allowed us to film there and did not charge me one. I want to acknowledge that because that freed up the budget to be able to do this movie the way that it is, like I would have found the money. And I just think that's such an incredible gift that he gave this film. So thank you. And now I will be quiet so you can.
No, thank you all for filming. And so I just wanted to know, what did it feel like to be on site, to be in a place that, has the slave quarters building, which is there. And, I've been thinking a lot about it as a site of memory, rethinking kind of how we talk about it, because I think that's very important. And so kind of, what did it feel like to kind of connect with that land, to connect with the building in order to do this work?
I arrived on the second day of filming, so I don't know what it was like for Paulina and Michael to discover it when they arrived. But I stood inside of the door to the building that has a giant fireplace that you might have seen in the first scene.
That's the cookhouse.
The cookhouse, yeah. And next to that fireplace, what you don't see is that there is a board that lists the names of all of the African and African American people that lived there, as much as the historians at the house know. And you see their names, their children's names. And for me, I could feel their presence to actually see their names and to see them memorialized on the spot instead of just, well, there were slaves here, but to see these people and see their names that's what you have done for me at that place, is to give me who they are. And I was feeling really shook by all of it, and then Ife reached out and she said, I think we should do a ring show. And I was so happy to be able to do that, in the spirit, in this place, what this must have happened at least one time, and to be part of it that was the connection for me. It just like every moment on that space felt like a connection to something that I had never been able to connect to before. Yeah.
And I was just going to add that I was there for all the days, and it felt from the beginning like we were on hallowed ground. And we were privileged to be there and to call the ancestors in and to show them our appreciation and to take the work forward. So it was a moving experience for me, because as long as I've lived in Massachusetts, I have never been to that place.
I have the tendency of touching nature or touching things to feel energy. And so I don't know what you call it, the stone or whatever, going in, I rested my hand on it, and then my whole body, I started to feel energy, prior to this process, prior to becoming a part of this project, I had never done anything like this before. I actually pretty much exist in a white world in regards to my own art, musical theater, Broadway, all that stuff. And so, and there's a separation between, for a lot of people, there's a separation between the heart and like the product, in some ways. It's like, here's how we get this done, and I'll just put it out there. And so for this project, it was, how do I get my head and my heart back in line? How do I do that? And so I would touch things there that I could. Touch the ground, touch outside, and just touch the trees, listen, close my eyes and listen to what is talking to me. And so I felt more connected in a way that I had never had access to before. Because, at least in my experience, I have tried so hard to live next to white people, in the way that I talk, in the way that I walk, in the way that I dress, in the way that I carry myself. So to be in a space where I could just feel where I come from, to feel the sacrifice also, to feel the power, to feel the love, yes, to feel all of that is, I am forever changed. Forever changed. So that was my experience altogether, and my experience going to this lake.
There's something on the wall, a story of a woman, yes, who, when I read it, all I can remember in my heart is that she professed who she was. She claimed who she was, she wrote it, she petitioned for it, for the recognition of it. And then I'm always holding, like Sister Isabella said, there's no separation. So I'm always holding the past, present, future, as we do, as one. It's happening simultaneously. So to read that story, I remember when I walked in and you all were filming, and I'm watching you all, beautiful. All I was looking through was that small viewfinder of the camera, but the beauty that I could see in that small viewfinder was like astounding. So I'm watching that level, then I'm reading this story, because I love, I was reading and looking at the artifacts, but I was so astounded to read that story there, and then to be among us every time of who we are professing ourselves to be, who we are claiming, and really not asking anybody for acknowledging, we're acknowledging among ourselves who we are.
Claiming our power.
That's right. And to me, that's conscious freedom. That's being conscious of our freedom. We are free, but to be conscious of that freedom, that letter where she was conscious of her freedom, and then us, as artists of, every kind, being conscious of our freedom. That was powerful to be there and to really feel that. And then never mind dancing outside. Under that open sky, and feeling the power of the energy of the conjurer, of Old Aunt Sarah, who really inhabited and embodied
old Aunt Sarah went out and set that, you know, made that space for everybody. And then when everybody came into that space, when Paulina, I felt like you shook the earth. You feel like you always shook the earth and the earth shook you. And in that same way of past, present, future, it was really, the process was so transformative and healing for me always, to witness how people bump up against that healing that's included at the cellular level. When you hear drum beats, when you dance, when you move your body, when you come together, and then we bump up against our present lives. I know that this happened for me. It's like whatever is going on and the emotion that arises or the thoughts that I feel like I have to step back into, or you know, it's always that tension. And so when there are moments that break through and it dissolves, I'll never, ever, ever forget the thing you said on that first day, when we did the movie. And this was over Zoom. When she said, and then to hear your song, Rise Up, she said, I felt the power rising. That was the parting words after moving that first time. And so, just start to finish, I'm just so full.
Who is singing?
Sorry.
Who is
Say
singing?
something about that. It's exactly what I want to talk about. She went in there and she blew it away. She blew it away. We had run out of time. We were down to the last, 11 minutes. I was expecting to sing a little more. At the same time, I was so glad she came. I was like, oh my God, I felt that is her song.
Yes.
And did she ever make me so proud? She got in there and she sang that mother.
I tried to Shazam it.
You gotta hear it.
I was like, is that Ife? I wasn't sure, because I've heard her sing before. That shit was fire.
You gotta hear it.
Oh my God. Okay, I want to thank you. And I just want to thank Elizabeth so much. Because Elizabeth wrote that song based on conversations that we had had and questions that she had asked me. Because I remember saying, I'm tired of being out here in the streets. She wrote it in there. All right. And I'm so glad you guys think it was great, because I thought, I was thinking, I said this to Elizabeth, I should have practiced more. I didn't hit the notes that I wanted to hit. And I was thinking, okay, the next time we do it, have somebody else sing it, and I was so proud that I was able to write. I was so happy that I was able to sing it. I love to sing, and next time I was thinking I can move over and let somebody else sing it, but I'm really glad that I got to do it on this initial piece.
It was
and thank you. And the song Rise Up, rise up, stand tall, and strong.
Even if the words are, strong and heavy, sometimes sharp, but your voice goes like water,
Wow.
I think we have a new Black national anthem.
We should have a workshop, everybody learn the song.
Well, we didn't have time to get the ensemble the way that I would have liked to.
Hey!
We can make it an actual.
No, she wanted choir voice. She wanted, so there's so much room for this film to grow. This film, I'm gonna jump in here, and I'm gonna jump in here because I have been here since 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'm very ecstatic, and I'm 61, and I'm a little tired. And I am exuberantly exhausted. Yes. And I wouldn't want it any other way. And I'm in love with everybody here. I'm very excited about where this film is going. This is 3 scenes. There's 17 scenes. Once we wrapped up, Evelyn just saw this film. Once we wrapped up and we passed it over
Taj, Evelyn wrote me and said, or even she said to me, she said, okay, if you could, what are the next 3 scenes that you see? I was like, Jesus Christ, just put it in. She was like, nope, because it's coming. What are the next 3 scenes you want to see? And my thing is, I just want the whole film. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So, I was trying to I am going to create the fundraising page because, you know, and I'm going to apply for grants and stuff, but this movie needs to be the full 17 scenes. Because you need the whole, Matt said to me, okay, we're going to do 3 scenes. The intro scene, the scene to get them interested, and the scene that wants them to come back. And so I spoke with Leslie Dillon, and at first I wanted to do scene 1, scene 2, and scene 6. And Leslie said, no, scene 1, scene 3, and scene 6. And I said, why? Because I'm just me, right? Why? And she said, because Anne, in those scenes that I chose, Anne had more of a prominent role than the black people. She said, Anne is in 3 different scenes. No, this is about us. Okay? So I said, but what about the scene where, I'm not going to, spoiler alert, what about this scene? And Leslie was like, no. No. And she said, Anne is in the background and they're going to be on the Underground Railroad. And I was like, all right. Okay. And that's what we have. You know, it is important to have that balance. No, okay, Anne is very important. And when we make the filming film, you will see Anne transform even more. Even more. Anne is the ally. Anne goes from her plantation life, she comes to Boston because you know, that's where they sent the kids. They sent the kids up north to get their education. Anne comes up here, Anne hooks up with the Underground Railroad. And you know why? Because Anne and Willie Mae have known each other since they were little. They were playmates. Anne and Willie Mae love each other, sister mind. Anne doesn't see Willie Mae. She knows that she's different, and she wants her to be right there with her in freedom. So she risks her whole life, her whole plantation existence to help her sister. So, like, let's tell that story too.
People like that.
I mean, of course there were people. There are people who died. There are white people who died doing this work. You know, I always put their lives on the line. And so did we. So it's not like they did this and we were down here. We were both putting our lives on the line so that we could both be here. And the thing is, we're still doing this work.
Yeah.
We're still here. We're still doing this work. So my thing is, if I have to do this work, I'm going to do it like this. Because with this project, I can speak politics, I can speak healing, I can speak love, I can speak tradition. All the things that I believe in, I can do with this work. And when doing this work, while doing this work, it touches radios and frequencies, touch other people. And then you're going to take it back and touch other people. And that's the healing work. That is the work of evolution, and that is the work of evolution and revolution. That is it. That is everything. So. I want to thank you all on YouTube. I want to thank you all for sticking with me through. You know, can I come and see the film here? Like, there was all this communication like this. I want to thank you for being steady and staying with us. I want to thank you for wanting to see this film. I want your ashe, whether I touch you, whether you touch me, whether I see you, it is on this film. And I'm just so grateful. Thank you all so much. And with that, I will say good night. Thank you
Just work hard.